Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, welcome, Sagittarius. Excited to see you. As always, Deja Vu, psychic medium here. Come on in, sit down. Let's talk about what you're going to be going through, how you can overcome, and what could potentially be blocking you. So, prior to coming on here, I like to take the time to sit in the energy and to find my footing, right? And for the record, I turned this on. I swear I stopped the last reading that I had going for you guys because my phone kept going off. And I swear I turned it down, but I must not have. But take that as a message for you, right? Maybe you're going to be having a lot of messages coming in, or there could be some like digital errors going on. I mean, after all, it's Mercury retrograde, so that can cause glitches in the electronics and things like that. So, just be mindful not to let this overwhelm you, right? You can try to look at things from a different perspective rather than allowing things to feel chaotic, right? Find the calm in the storm, essentially. So, there's so much coming in for you guys here, and I'm going to try my best to stay grounded in this message, but I feel kind of here and there and everywhere because what I can say is that this is a time for upgrade for you. It may not feel like it. I know sometimes we keep thinking that something is going to happen and it doesn't. But the message ultimately here is that you've been waiting for, I feel like, is that we have to accept all of the journey, right? We don't want to just jump to the end game of things. Every page serves a purpose. Every chapter has its own meaning and value to it, right? And we just need to sometimes sit back and recollaborate and re-find our footing, because where I was finding confusion here, it's like, do you really know what you want here? And are you communicating what you want, right? Instead of just getting frustrated and shutting down and not expressing your needs or sharing with people what your goals are. Okay. So let's go over it so that we can get a little bit deeper in this. Okay. Um, First, I want to throw out there some affirmations that I got. Step out of your comfort zone here. So, this is, you're going to be pushed a little bit here, okay? And sometimes we have to just step out of our comfort zone. We have to do things differently than we're used to, or to more extreme, right? So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this is the time you need to be heard, right? That's what I feel like screaming in my brain. Like, I feel your voice needs to be heard right now. You have a message that needs to be discussed. So, at least that you could pass on and help others. But trust yourself, okay? Be sure that you are in the place of understanding your direction, okay? And in the trusting, it was really hard for me for a very, very long time to trust. But now that I have come to more of a trust state, it's because I've gotten to know myself better. So if trusting yourself is a struggle, then take some time for inner reflection, okay? For the shadow here, I got choices in reverse, and then raising power here. And so, the choice is in reverse, and that's here down here as well. So we're just going to say right now, these are choices that you're resisting, that you may not want to make, but the universe is so telling you that it is going to be better for you. Okay, this is elevated. This is good. It's the choices and make the decisions that you're going to make are going to be ended up being perfect, right? But there's maybe some doubting yourself here right now. So try to consider your communication, overall. There's so many people who see these videos, so it's hard for me to direct just one thing and explain the circumstance, but I feel that, let's see, what is this that's coming to me? See these colors here. This is confidence. This is a knowing, desire, passions, but it's expression. And so in your choice, it feels like you're settling. But don't settle. You want to make sure that you get exactly what you want. So if there is something that prevents or is presenting a possibility, but it's not exactly what you want, then I'd say pass on that, because the universe is totally saying that you can get your celebration, that you can get there. But patience is going to be the key for you this month, okay? Because I definitely feel a little bit of a roller coaster here, to where it's like really good, and then it's like, okay, I'm feeling a downward, things not going that great, but then I feel it going back up. So let's just try to discuss these red flags here too. um but there's definitely some deeper contemplation here that needs to be had. So be patient and don't rush yourself. Okay. Disconnect from whoever or whatever this is that is keeping you from making your choice, right? That don't, how can I say this? I keep saying, so if you have, say you're in a relationship, this is just throwing it out there, just as an example, and you are making some career moves, right? And you're in a relationship, but the person that you're in a relationship might not think it's that great of an idea. And so you're overhearing their voice over what your inner voice is telling you. So try to take some time and really go deeper in this and see what these choices are, because they're unseen right now. It's like they're just going to land in your lap, okay? I consider my videos timeless. So anytime that this comes to you, it'll be valid, but it's, to me, it's always important for me to portray kind of what's going on in astrology as well, because it is the energy of the reading, okay? But you'll get it whenever it fits. But there is a basket. I don't have all the technical details because I'm not an astrologist, but there's a basket in the alignment of the planets right now, which is, things will, ideas and stuff will just be dropping into your mind, unexpected things occurring. So you may not exactly be aware of this happening just yet, but it is going to happen. And like I said, rejoice in celebration here. This is showing me that everything is going to work out exactly as you hope for it to. So be in the mind frame that you can't come from lack, okay? And so Then I went into like your feelings, and this is really difficult here because these are chakras. If you're not aware what chakras are, we all have an energy system in our bodies, and it's up to us to pay attention to those and make sure that they're not blocked or too far open or whatever the case may be. When you find balance, you get in a flow state and things happen more smoothly and things like that. But all of these came out in reverse. And so it's letting me know that there's not balance in this for you. So, excuse me, I'm so sorry. The throat chakra, the crown chakra, and the third eye chakra. So this talks about not being seen. This talks about um like you don't know, you're having doubts. And the throat chakra is there is some type form of block in your communication. So if you feel as though maybe you're being defensive. And I know that's a big drop, but let's be real. Sometimes we can be defensive, or we feel as though we have to explain ourselves too much, or, you know, prove ourselves right. But this isn't a time for that. This is a time that you just be. And I know that's hard to accept, but it's, I don't know. I feel a challenge with authorities. So I don't know if this is a boss at your work or I hope that your partner's not a boss to you, but this is somebody who's like trying to, there's a disconnect. I'll just be blunt about it, right? And so try to consider how you're coming back. That's the message here, okay? And if everything is good, if you look at it with the magnifying glass and like, okay, you know, then this don't fit with for me, then don't keep it. But ultimately, yeah, see, the coming together in reverse for me is ultimately that there's a clash in the energy of with others, and that's in the communication, and you doubting yourself, and you not seeing and understanding some unexpected change that's going to be happening. But the shift is going to happen, I'm going to say, later in the month for you. Okay, so from whenever you see this, it'll be about a month away or a few weeks away, right? Give or take, of course. But the moving on here is in reverse. So this is contemplation and feeling as though maybe you should go a different direction, but you don't really want to. But so this is, pay attention to your feelings, what you're seeing, observe the situation. Take yourself outside of it and try to look at it like it would be your friend going through the situation, and what advice would you give them, you know? Because you're the key here. It's so important to make sure that I discuss that with you. You are going to be fine. It's all, you're going to get to your destination, but it's being patient and understanding the seasons of your life, right? But overall, see here, I got choices too. So this is really going to be a big choice that's going to be coming up for you. So you either are unaware of it or it's unexpected. Okay. And that's not to put you in a fear state, because to me, I think that surprises can be good, But gather your courage and confront issues you need to resolve so that you can move forward. An untamed spirit, allow yourself to run wild and free as you explore your own fierce but gentle nature. That's what I'm saying. This is about you. What are your aspirations? What do you want? That's going to be the key. Strength, stay rooted and draw upon the earth's wisdom to navigate the challenges of your life. So it might be a little bit challenging, but it's nothing you can't handle. Okay. So the block here is really about boundaries. So this could be within self or as for others. I just need you to look at them and think about how you need to either maybe let your boundaries down a little bit, or do you need to put them up? And are you being passive and allowing other people to make the choices for you, or to um, prevent you from getting to where you need to? Because that's going to be really important here. And so I ask about what lies beneath here for you guys. And I have destroyed, shattered, broken, completely ruined, falling apart, and falling into pieces. But that came out into reverse. So to me, this may feel like things are really bad, but it's going to come together perfect. And then that's literally where these cards express this, okay? Um, I do want to pull a few of these before we go into your shadow work here that's going to help you get through the blocks and stuff. But I just want to get a little bit more detail here. Help me understand. What is it that Sagittarius needs to know? Pay attention to what's missing. I feel like something's missing. And is it you? Are you the key player here? Because you're not speaking up? Yeah, it's like something's missing. Yeah, swift action, sudden change. Okay, I know I feel a burnout here too. So be mindful of that. You know, this 3 of Pentacles here shows me that there could be things untapped. It could be um exhaustion, right? This could be not feeling as though things are going the way that we discussed here. And I got the Ace of Cups in reverse, and this is you suppressing. I'm just gonna follow through. I was gonna say a different word, but it came out, so I'm just gonna. If you're suppressing something, I need you to be sure to open up. You know, this could be also overindulgence. So consider how you could be overdoing things potentially right now. But you know, be mindful also that you don't need validation from outside sources. That came through really strong. Like, I know we live in a material world and we look for validations and things like that, but it's important for you to find that peace within yourself and follow your flow and your spark, because your passion might not be the next person's passion, but that doesn't mean that it's stupid or that you shouldn't do it. But I see that you're very career driven and highly motivated. But the thing here is that and you're trying to get through things quickly, but sometimes the universe has to catch up, right? I see your passion, you're seen, okay? Um but if this is a disconnection within self, I feel this is a comeback for you. Okay. So whatever this is, know that you're going to get through it. Okay. But you do need to consider where is this going, right? What is it that you want? What is your passion? What do you want to do? That's the missing key piece here. Everywhere I've turned, every card I pulled, it's got to be about you. And you don't need anyone else to tell you what to do, right? Do I know all my strengths and am I using them? We all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we are able to show up in the zone of genius. This inspires others to do the same. Ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul's gifts today to contribute to the open and ready world? And then, am I clear on what my soul really wants? Take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go with all of your heart. Ask yourself what it is that your soul really wants. What does your heart crave? And then take one step in that direction. I don't remember if I finished explaining to you about the Barbos bucket. I think I said that right. But anyways, it's just as unexpected things dropping in your life. And this could be ideas, big career ideas, but the thing that I'm getting on that for you guys is the red flag is that I need to make sure that you're not opening too many pages in your mind and not completing stuff, right? I don't want any overwhelm. And just because, again, if someone thinks it's stupid, it doesn't mean it's stupid. Okay. You do you. Okay. Seriously. Okay. I think I got the message out. Let's see. I was kind of looking at the astrology here real quick because I feel like I'm forgetting something, but that's been kind of the whole energy of these things, right? Yeah, you deserve to be seen. Yeah, and be patient, like I said, with your communication and astrology here. It's basically saying that you're being silent about your communication and not sharing with others your frustrations, and you're just doing yourself, and that it can really wear you down and burn you out. You need, open up that communication, and maybe you are communicating, but you feel like you're not being heard. Try to present it in a different way, right? Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I really truly appreciate. Let me know. I always hope that someone would comment and let me know. I want to know if I'm wrong. I want to know how to learn, and all of that. So, communicate, tell me. All right, guys, I love you so much. Take care of you. Bye for now.